Niswenga pa sakantikon Meghalaya News 24 channel onar amchaksowa. Dani khoborang de. Meghalaya ni skorong minister khonat ki sangma taung ingpa budget session no adokni budget rangko ba thangka paisa chamani aru warangko jakhalani giman janmana agananga ha. Wanagi skorong minister ni mesok anggiman budget rangara hajalgini khogruk punga khogruk tok bulsina deficit budget crore hajalsa recharge ku sotsni gemuk gemang outline receipt crore hajal kholachi rechabri chibunga revenue receipt crore hajal khogruk punga rechabunga sotskusa capital receipt crore hajalbri recachet khogrukbri wanoni changal geman rasrogopa thangkharang crore hajalbri recasni sochechet net receipt crore hajal khogruk punga rechadok khogruksni gemuk gemang expenditure crore hajal kholachi gtham revenue expenditure crore hajal khogruk rechabunga sotbunga dok aro capital expenditure crore hajal sku rechabri sotbrisni onga endake ingon loan gama ko changale gemuk gemang khoros onga crore hajal khogruksni rechabunga sotsku dok onga aro changal geman gamgapa loan crore hajal gni rechabri dok onga yano hajal gni khogruk onga khogruk tok na interest kamani crore hajalsa rechabgatam sotbrisni pension na gamna crore hajalsa recachet khogrukbri onga wasan ongagija fiscal deficit de crore hajalsa recasku sotsni ba GSDP ni gni point sotsku dok percent onga wana agreba climate youth gender aro SDG budget na crore hajal bunga rechabri khogruksa crore hajal gatam recagatam khogruksku aro crore hajal dok rechagani tisku ko chamaha.
So definitely what we were able to do, if you look at the overall GSDP of the state, it has gone up. So the fact that when our GSDP goes up, then the denominator is going up. So the base is going up. So therefore, even if we maintain the amount of the deficit that we have compared to last year, and we control our expenditures in certain areas, so the absolute amount might go up, but because our GSDP also is going up, so the overall percentage has come down. So therefore GSDP is an important factor, and that's the reason why we've been focusing on ensuring that growth is important for us, because all of this depends on this. Our population is growing, so GSDP has to grow, otherwise the per capita will again come down, which will again put our state at a much lower level. So the main factor is the GSDP of the state going up. As I said, from 2018 when we started at 44,000 crores, today in 2025 we are at 66,000 crores, and we are well on our way to achieve that 85,000 crores which we had set a target in 2019, 20, 2021. So that's what it is, and of course we have also ensured that we are careful in our expenditure.
Meghalaya ni skorong minister khonat ki sangmani budget session janmana uyatani gittade adokni sak hajal sotchet student rangna rebaingpa bulsirango getal program oni ko chief minister scholarship scheme ni ngo thangkha paisarangko mangnok ani agananga ha wandaki yano per annum hajal dok thangkharangko post matriculate student rangna matna cholonggen aro yarangko dakna sorkari crore sotprichet thangkharangko ba chammingha dakyong ingon skorong minister ni pharakatani gittade ya getal scheme rebaingpa fiscal bulsioni aba chinganok aro yan adokni student rangna banga dakchakani ongganok ani agananga ha.
Now we are going to be starting this CM scholarship scheme. So this is going to give 6,000 rupees annually to every post matriculate student. So this is apart from the central government tribal affairs ministry's scholarship that government of India gives. Over and above that, the state also will now give 6,000 rupees per annum to the students who are studying post matriculate courses. So there are about 80,000 of them. So they will be receiving this money.
Skorong minister khonat ke sangmani budpar salo janmana uyatani gittade Hilli Mahendraganj transnational economic corridor Meghalaya adoko India ni gepen bakranguna Bangladesh getta nangdamat gapa inga yan Meghalaya getta niat kinchimude recasa kilometer ni rama inga aro yan songre songa batani somai ko bakhand gata baksana koros ko khomiat gapa ba inga dakyong ingon ya Kolkata oni tura bakmara dalu aro dakio na songre songa batna de khulgruk prioni sotok person ona koros rangko khomiatken aro ya somayo ramarang ni nama namja stronga strong jakoni na NHIDCL kham khainga wandaki sangma border economic corridor ko dalu oni sonapuro na tharina janapani ko onani gmanba DONER aro road transport aro highway baksana kam khana agananga ha. Ye corridor ko rithabri sotpunga kilometer chetla yano damsku land custom station aro gesa border hat balat padunga.
So I have been speaking about this particular project even when I was a member of parliament. And even before I became a member of parliament, late P.S. Sangma um, uh, and other leaders have been talking about this project. And I've seen the economic benefit of doing this project for the entire Northeast region. In fact, just recently the MOS for Donor Ministry had come. Mr. Majumdar was here in Shillong, and he told me that Hilly falls under his constituency. So it was quite nice to hear that, and he also is quite supportive of it. The reason I mentioned this in the speech today is because I felt that the people should know the kind of larger goal and projects that we're doing. You should go to the map and see the locations, and then you will appreciate what I'm saying. That if the connection between Hilly and Mahendraganj, which has to pass through Bangladesh, of course, does happen, then for a location like Silchar, Mizoram, Tripura, Barak Valley, the distance will be cut by more than 600 to 700 kilometers will be cut to reach Kolkata. That's the kind of impact it will have. So you're talking of cutting cost, cutting time, and it becoming a parallel economic corridor to the existing one. So it's that is the logic behind it. Now, when is it going to happen? It's difficult to say. Why? Because government of Bangladesh is involved in this. It's going through Bangladesh. So we started the discussion when the earlier regime was there. They were keen, but as I said in the last visit, when the then Prime Minister and our Honorable Prime Minister had met, in that meeting, officially this discussion took place, and in the minutes of the meeting, this is mentioned that they will pursue the Hilly Mahendraganj road, and so it's part of a policy and a document in the minutes of the meeting at the highest level. And so the NHIDCL has started doing a preliminary study, but we really can't say when this will happen. But I'm sure that in the coming years, this is something that will happen and should happen, because it will change the entire landscape and the economic opportunities for Meghalaya for sure, and for the entire southern northeastern part of India.
Skurung Minister Khonat K Sangmani Budpar Salo Aganani Gitade, Adok Sorkari, Bangija Somairangni Jaman, Dengtang political party rangko, Aro stakeholder rangko Okami, Getalgapa railway project ko Rabani Bidungo Agan Guken ene Parakataha. Wandaki Somayo, Apoloni Nyamgri Adokona Naptrabagapa Manderangni Bidungo Jajing Swane Gabunba Chanchirimgen ene Aganangaha. Meghalayani Skurung Minister Khonat K Sangmani Jinmana Uyatani Gitade, Adoko IT by Information Technology ni abao dalruruani aro dengtangani rang sokpa engun yako namata gadangona raangna International Internet Gateway baksa kamrangko khana manchi donsuinga ha aro yano belakapa internet connectivity ko Bangladesh kita rabana agananga ha. Wanaki ya jakku deani Adoko Information Technology ni abako belak tapatken aro Skurung Minister ni thalatani ko nani gitade yano submarine cable rang ko jakhalenga aro ya somayo submarine cable rang Chittagong, Bangladesh, Malaysian Telecom Company rang baksa inga ni agananga ha. Wasan oigija yako kam khana Power Grid ni Telecom Wing, Power Tel, aro MEPTCL adoko bakrame khainga.
Basically, as you know, that there is a submarine cable that lands in Chittagong, and the Malaysian Telecom as well as Bangladesh government and the telecom agencies there are the main people who are responsible for that. We have spoken to Power Grid or Power Tel, I should say, the telecom wing of Power Grid, and using their towers along with the MEPDCL towers, we are trying to get the link to the gateway directly and bring it to Shillong IT Park area, New Shillong area, so that we can because that's where our data center also is coming up. So we'll be having a state-of-the-art 3-tiered data center also coming there. That's where our integrated command and control center also there, and that's where the IT park also is there, and that's where the secretariat also will be there. So if we can get the submarine cables, then we'll be able to get very high quality internet at a very good price. problem is that there are multiple agencies, multiple governments that are involved, and therefore we have to really work hard, and especially if the situation now in Bangladesh, there are some hurdles we're facing. So that is a general idea, but we have initiated this last year. We've kept it under wraps because we wanted to talk about it only when we were able to move forward. So we have made certain strides, so we thought we'll mention it this time.
TMC Meghalaya President Nongtumai Legislature Charles Pingrop Congress aru UDP o belakapa dulgapa dongja ni aganangaha aru uni indake aganani de patangaman election o nami dakchani gamun inga wanaki Pingrop Congress Party ko Vincent H Palani redlani o banga jaman chakani rang ukhatahani gaman aru assembly yo sotok member oni saksa ona thangona gaman ba jana pangaha naki ong ingon Pingrop Congress Party ko mangragatna chakpagapa manderang donggen chmoba ye party ko thangi rakhina blacken kham khana nangin ani aganangaha wasanong agi jawa Voice of the People's Party ni gaman ba jana pe wamang mungsum ngamani ko mangin chmoba sorkari rikna changna nangin ani aganangaha.
Under the present leadership of Mr. Vincent Pala, the Congress has been reduced to a number of just one member in the House of 60, which has never happened ever since Congress came into power in the state, after the regional parties. Never happened. So that is an indication that he is not capable of building the party or running the party as the president. The other political parties, they'll have to rethink. Congress needs a able and strong leadership in the state, which is absent now with due respect to the present incumbent. And therefore, because there are people, because what was the vote share of the VPP? You must see. That means there are other people who still want a political party, but they want a political party which is stable. Now, BJP doesn't have any say in Kasi Jaintia, so let's not say that they are irrelevant because they don't want them. They know it. They're trying from the last 20 years and they can't get any members to the assembly except 2. And in the district council, forget it, they're all tribals voting, so they'll not get any. But the Congress, the UDP, they need strong leadership. And I can speak for the Congress because I was a congressman for 30 years. So there is no threat. But you cannot be complacent. And so, because Congress has a base, people love the Congress. No. People love the leaders of the Congress who are good and honest and who can bring a change, then they love the Congress. So there's a combination of both. So I don't think it's a threat. But at the same time, you need to work hard. And so does the VPP if they want to maintain their popularity in the state vis-a-vis the district council or the state assembly elections. They'll have to work hard for it.
Congress Legislature Roni V. Lingdo, Voice of the People's Party ko Aam Aadmi Party baksa thusu sa aganaha, aru uni aganani gitade, Meghalaya o ya gital mungsung menggama ko mangapa party ba, AAP gitan apsanda ke manderangni gisik ka thongko, salani ja mandebi igrugen ne aganangaha. Wanaki wa ya party ko manderangni gisik ko khatle rogopa ne aganangaha, aru uni indaki aganani de, Wamangni Khasi Hills Autonomous District Council lo wamangni bulona ribani jaman onginga dakyo ingon lingdo VPP ni parliament to kham khaani gimun ba sungdobani ko takaha aro yano wa VPP MP nangchumota obosarani gumunan kurangko onjenga ni agananga ha
because they've not been tried yet, right? So maybe people are giving them an opportunity. Let us see. Now they're ruling in KHDC. Okay. Now, for example, they are not talking any longer about reservation policy. Why have they stopped? They should keep, talking. It's not been raised in the House also. They've not raised this issue in the House. Have you heard any of these MLAs from the VPP raise this issue? They've not raised. Now, this is the correct platform to raise your issues, your demands. It's not being raised. So I think people will see through all these. Okay? Because when you're exploiting emotion, for example, like the app in Delhi, now they're finished. Okay? Because they exploited emotion, people came up with something that we're going to do away with corruption. In fact, they were caught with their hand in the till. Okay, so similarly, they've not been tried, they've not been tested. Maybe people said, okay, let's give them a chance. Now they have got to prove it to them. Now their MP has never raised any issue in the House, in the Parliament. So you see, when you're in the opposition, it's very easy, to promise to the people. But once you're in power, when you have to deliver, then it's a different ball game altogether.
Dalni khoborangde yarangsan khoborangni gaban nambate winas kinchmode Meghalaya News 24.com onikon inagata mangen. Sakantiko ni sohanina matela.